Sorry for interruption due to some power problem. There was an interruption. Sorry for inconvenience. In conclusion of this reaction, chlorobenzene reacts with the magnesium metal in presence of tetrahydrofuran. The compound obtained here it is MgCl. What is the name of this compound? It is phenyl magnesium chloride. Such type of compounds are commonly known as Grignard reagent. Any compound represented by RMgX. What is R here? Alkyl or aryl group. Magnesium is a metal and X is found to be an halogen. These are the compounds where the bonding is present between carbon and metal. Give an example for a compound where bonding is present between carbon and metal means these are the commonly called as organometallic compounds also. So this is an example for phenyl magnesium bromide, right? So these are some of the reactions mainly because of halogen atom present in case of haloarine compounds. Next reaction is going to be number 3, third reaction, that is Wurtz-Fittings reaction. Wurtz-Fittings reaction. Do you remember the reaction what we have discussed in case of haloarine? It was only Wurtz reaction. Now here it is Wurtz-Fittings reaction. What is the meaning of Wurtz-Fittings reaction? In case of Wurtz reaction, 2 moles of alkyl halide, similar or different alkyl halide, reacts with what? Sodium metal. In presence of dry ether, it forms respective higher alkyl or hydrocarbon. But in Wurtz reaction, one compound of alkyl halide and one compound of aryl halide, one molecule of alkyl halide, one molecule of aryl halide are treated with sodium metal in presence of what? Dry ether. In presence of dry ether, it forms, this is ARR, alkyl substituted benzene compounds are produced, plus this is 2NaX. So this reaction is generally known as Wurtz-Fittings reaction. The difference between only Wurtz reaction and Wurtz-Fittings reaction is what? In Wurtz reaction we used to go with the 2 moles of alkyl halide. Here 1 mole of alkyl halide and 1 mole of aryl halide. Let us start with an example. Let us consider an example here. Now this is the compound of haloarine. Here you can go with bromobenzene, where this compound is treated with 2 moles of sodium. There is no difference here. They also used to take 2 moles of sodium. Further it is treated with what reagent? This is Br and CH3Br. What is the name of this compound? It is known as bromobenzene. Okay. What is the name of this compound? It is known as bromomethane. It is bromomethane compound. One is alkyl halide, next one is aryl halide. This is in presence of dry ether. What's the compound obtained here? These 2 bromine atoms will combine with sodium metal. So the compound obtained here it is. What is the compound obtained here? This CH3. This compound is known as toluene, or generally called as alkyl substituted benzene. That is toluene plus what is the other compound? 2 moles of NaBr. So this particular reaction is known as, this set of wherever reactants are present, that is commonly known as Wurtz reaction. One more example I will consider here. One more example for this type of reaction. This is an chlorobenzene. This is treated with sodium plus it is C2H5. What is that C2H5? Chloroethane. It is chlorobenzene, it is chloroethane in presence of what? Dry ether. So these 2 chlorine atoms will combine with the 2 moles of sodium. Ethyl group is added to this benzene nucleus. So the compound is, what is the name of this compound? Ethyl benzene. This compound is called as ethyl benzene plus 2 moles of NaCl. 2 moles of NaCl. This reaction is also known as Wurtz-Fittig reaction. Students, it's very clear. If both are alkyl halides, it is known as Wurtz reaction. If one alkyl halide and one aryl halide, it is commonly known as what? Wurtz-Fittig reaction. Right? Next, after this Wurtz reaction, another reaction which is similar to the same one, that is known as Fittig's reaction. It is known as number 4. I will write here. It is Fittig's reaction. What is the meaning of Fittig's reaction? Fittig's reaction. In case of Fittig's reaction, both will be aryl halides. Both will be aryl halides. When 2 moles of aryl halides react with same sodium metal in presence of dry ether, it forms an particular substituted compound. Let us consider here. If I go with one compound of aryl halide, this is the compound of aryl halide. Let us consider chlorobenzene. This is treated with the 2 moles of sodium plus it is Cl. Again, same chlorobenzene is there. Now here this reaction takes place in presence of dry ether. Elimination of these 2 chlorine atoms along with the sodium takes place as sodium chloride. Now this phenyl group is added to another phenyl group here. So this compound is known as, what is the name of this compound? It is known as biphenyl compound plus 2 moles of NaCl. What's the name of this compound? It is going to be biphenyl. This reaction is commonly known as what? Fittig's reaction. You can write this reaction directly as 2 moles of chlorobenzene, 2 moles of chlorobenzene instead of writing this reaction plus 2 moles of sodium in presence of dry ether. Okay, dry ether. What's the compound obtained? The compound produced here is going to be biphenyl compound. This is known as biphenyl. It is not similar to this compound, students. This is different compound. What is the name of this compound? It is naphthalene. This is going to be biphenyl. Both are different compounds. Don't get confused. So the compound obtained here, it is going to be what? Biphenyl compound. One common observation: in case of Wurtz reaction, what happens? Wurtz reaction, only alkyl halides reacts in case of Wurtz reaction. Only alkyl halides. Only Rx. In case of Fittig's reaction, what happens? Fittig's reaction, only aryl halides, Arx. In case of Wurtz-Fittig's reaction, it is a combination of these two, first and second reaction. One alkyl halide combines with one aryl halide. Common is going to be sodium metal in presence of dry ether. That is a common thing here. So this is just an difference between Wurtz reaction, Fittig's reaction and Wurtz-Fittig's reaction. In Wurtz reaction, only alkyl halides react with sodium metal. In Fittig's reaction, only aryl halide react with sodium metal. In case of Wurtz-Fittig reaction, one alkyl halide reacts with one aryl halide. It forms an alkyl substituted benzene compound. So it is known as Wurtz-Fittig's reaction. Clear? So this is our 3 important reactions related to alkyl halides as well as aryl halide compounds. Copy it fast. Okay. Reaction number 4, that is going to be Fittig's reaction. So there compounds of aryl halides reacts with sodium metal. They form respective diphenyl. It is also called as biphenyl or diphenyl compound. Clear? Fine. Next, number 5. Action with copper metal. What happens when haloarine compound reacts with copper metal? It is known as Ullmann's reaction. The reactivity of haloarenes with the copper metal is known as what? Ullmann's reaction. What happens in case of Ullmann reaction? This is the haloarene compound, say for example iodobenzene. This is treated with 2 moles of copper 2 moles of copper plus another iodobenzene. 2 moles of iodobenzene is taken here. It is also iodobenzene. Iodobenzene, okay. This is also same iodobenzene compound. Both are treated with copper metal. Iodobenzene compound, copper metal. So what happens when these two halogen reacts with copper metal? Here also this iodine is combining with copper. When iodine combines with copper, the major compound produced in this reaction is going to be this compound. It is very similar to this one. So what is the name of this compound? So this product is called as biphenyl plus what is the another product? Cu2I2, that is cuprous iodide compound. Wherever the iodobenzene compound reacts with copper metal if it forms the biphenyl or diphenyl along with cuprous iodide, this reaction is commonly called as Ullmann's reaction. So the product obtained in Fittix reaction as well as Ullmann reaction is going to be same. In both the reaction, formation of what compound? Biphenyl takes place. These are the some common reactions of what compounds? Haloarine compounds. This is about the properties of haloarine compound or aryl substrate, aryl halide compounds. Okay, we have discussed about the properties of haloalkanes as well as what haloarine compounds. Only last part is remaining in this particular topic. Shall I review this part? Fittix reaction. Okay. After the properties of these haloarine compounds. After the properties of haloarine compounds, next last part in this topic is polyhalogen compounds. Polyhalogen compounds. We have to discuss about some of the important polyhalogen compounds. Many compounds are there where more than 2 or 3 halogen atoms are present. If the compound has 2 or 3 or more than 3 halogen atoms, usually those compounds are commonly called as polyhalogen compounds. So some of the polyhalogen compounds we need to discuss. Number 1 polyhalogen compound, that is dichloromethane compound. Dichloromethane. What is the formula for this one? CH2Cl2. It is dichloromethane. What is the common name of this compound? Common name of this compound is methylene chloride. Methylene chloride. Right? This is methylene chloride. Then what is the method of preparation of this particular dichloromethane? Method of preparation of dichloromethane compound. Preparation. Here the main intention to discuss about polyhalogen compound is about their applications. Applications are going to be somewhat important. In case of preparation of this particular dichloromethane, already we have discussed about chlorination of alkanes. In case of chlorination of alkane compound, whenever methane compound undergoes chlorination, it forms various type of chlorine substituted compounds. Here this is the compound of methane when this is treated with chlorine. This is treated with chlorine in presence of diffuse sunlight. What is the compound obtained? This is CH3Cl. What is the name of CH3Cl? Methyl chloride minus HCl. Further, if it is found to be chlorinated in presence of diffuse sunlight, what is the next compound? CH2Cl2. This is minus HCl. Next, the chlorination takes place in presence of same chlorine and diffuse sunlight. Next, the product is found to be what? CHCl3. After this one, elimination of HCl takes place here, HCl. Next, further, if it is chlorinated, what is the last compound? That is CCl4 plus HCl. Here, all these compounds are generally called as substituted compounds. CH3Cl is a substituted compound. It is also one of the compound. Next one is going to be chloroform. Last one is going to be carbon tetrachloride. Out of these 4 compounds, what is about this dichloromethane? Dichloromethane is going to be here. So these are the 4 compounds possible. 4 compounds are prepared in case of chlorination of methane. Then how to separate all these different types of compounds? All these compounds are separated by isolation of all these compounds takes place by fractional distillation process. Generally, the compounds are separated by fractional distillation because of difference in their boiling point. When the compounds are having difference in their boiling point, such compounds are separated by fractional distillation process. Usually, the boiling point of this dichloromethane is around 40 degrees Celsius. Dichloromethane. This is around minus 21 degrees Celsius. It is 61 degrees Celsius boiling point, and this compound has got 77 degrees Celsius. When these four compounds are having difference of their boiling point, naturally, so these compounds are separated by fractional distillation. The fraction which is boiling at a temperature of what? 40 degrees Celsius is called as dichloromethane. So that dichloromethane is going to be separated out. Mainly this dichloromethane is going to be one of the common solvent used in many reactions. It also helps in the removal of these different types of stains. It is used in the manufacture of paints, varnishes and other different types of products. So because of that reason, dichloromethane is considered as one of the important polyhalogen compound which is obtained by chlorination of what? Methane, where different compounds are produced along with dichloromethane, and those compounds are isolated by what process? Fractional distillation. When we have to use fractional distillation, when there is a difference in the boiling point of various compounds. If the fraction which is boiling at 40 degrees Celsius is going to be separated out, that is nothing but what? Dichloromethane compound. Fine. This is the first polyhalogen compound which is known as what? Dichloromethane compound. Second polyhalogen compound is, that is trichloromethane. Trichloromethane compound. Trichloromethane. What's the formula? It is CHCl3. Trichloromethane. Common name of this compound is chloroform. Probably you heard about the application of this chloroform. Chloroform is going to be, earlier it was used as an important anesthetic, chloroform, but nowadays its use has been banned, but it is going to be used for some other purposes. So how to prepare this particular chloroform or trichloromethane? Method of preparation of this particular chloroform. Chloroform is a compound which is mainly obtained from ethanol compound. By using ethyl alcohol or ethanol, it is commonly prepared. See, this is the compound of ethanol CH3CH2OH. When this compound is treated with chlorine, it acts as an oxidizing agent. Chlorine is also one of the oxidizing agent. It gets converted into CH3. This is CHO. It gets converted into CH3CHO plus 2 moles of HCl. 2 moles of HCl. What is the name of this particular product? Ethanol compound or acetaldehyde. Next, ethanol compound CH3CHO further treated with chlorine. Now in this particular case, chlorine is going to be acting as a chlorinating agent or halogenation. Chlorinating agent. What is the meaning of chlorinating agent? It replaces the hydrogen atom of this particular aldehyde compound. Same compound we have taken, that is ethanol. So here main product is going to be CCl3CHO. This CCl3CHO is commonly known as chloral or trichloroacetaldehyde. Another name is what? Trichloroacetaldehyde compound. Trichloroacetaldehyde compound. Commonly it is called as chloral. Plus it is 3 moles of HCl. This is 3 moles of Cl. After formation of this particular chloral compound, this is CCl3CHO. Another molecule I have taken CCl3CHO. This compound is treated with calcium hydroxide, CaOH twice. Now here, when this particular compound of trichloroacetaldehyde is treated with what compound? Calcium hydroxide. These hydrogen atoms will combine with this particular group. After formation of this one, so the main compound is 2 moles of CHCl3. What is CHCl3? CHCl3 is known as chloroform. IUPAC name is what? Trichloromethane. In addition to this one, there is a formation of one more compound, that is HCOO. This is HCOO. Okay, HCOO. This is calcium. It is called as calcium formate. So this is the one of the method of preparation of chloroform, starting from what compound? Ethyl alcohol compound. There are many important methods of preparation of chloroform is there. Out of all those methods, one of the important method is that is from ethanol compound. So once again, first ethanol is treated with chlorine as an oxidizing agent. It converts into ethanol compound. It's an aldehyde, which on further treatment with chlorine it forms chloral compound. Remember, again we will come across with this compound in the manufacture of DDT. This chloral compound and treatment with calcium hydroxide, it forms what compound? Chloroform, that is CHCl3. Then what are the important properties of this particular chloroform? Properties. If you consider the properties of this particular chloroform compound, it undergoes number of different types of reactions. First reaction is going to be the reduction. What is the main product obtained by the reduction of this chloroform compound? Reduction. In the first reduction reaction, this is CHCl3. CHCl3, when it is reduced by using Fe and HCl, it gets converted into CH2Cl2 plus this is HCl. Here CH2Cl2 plus HCl is obtained, so this particular compound is known as dichloromethane. How can we select reduction? Addition of hydrogen takes place here. Addition of electropositive or removal of electronegative element is also referred to be as reduction. Another reduction reaction is this chloroform compound is reduced again in presence of complete reduction. Complete reduction, if it takes place, this one gets converted into another compound, that is CH4. Addition of hydrogen, 3 chlorine atoms are removed out. It results in the formation of 3 moles of HCl compound. So here this is going to be 6 moles of nascent hydrogen. The main compound is going to be methane. It is the ultimate product obtained by the reduction of what? Chloroform compound. So these two are going to be reduction reaction. Second one is, another important reaction is hydrolysis of chloroform. What is the hydrolysis of chloroform? This is hydrogen, carbon, it is Cl, it is Cl, this is Cl. What's the name of this particular compound? Same chloroform I have taken. When this is treated with 3 moles of potassium hydroxide, 3 moles of potassium hydroxide, these 3 OH groups replaces the corresponding chlorine atom. As a result, this is HC, this is OH, OH, and this is going to be OH. Minus 3 moles of KCl is produced. Now this is an unstable compound generally. This is an unstable compound. In any compound, if carbon is holding 2 or more than 2 OH groups, it is always unstable. From that compound, remember, elimination of water takes place. From that compound, elimination of water takes place after the heating process. After the process of heating, when elimination of water takes place, what is the compound left out? This H and OH is eliminated. HC double bond O, and this is OH. What is the name of this compound? Formic acid. Student, it is clear? Formic acid. IUPAC name is what? Methanoic acid. It's a carboxylic acid. Methanoic acid. Okay. Further, this compound is again, if it is treated with KOH, aqueous KOH, the main compound is HCOOK. HCOOK. It is called as plus H2O is produced potassium formate. This compound is known as potassium formate. So the main product obtained by the hydrolysis of chloroform is going to be formic acid, remember. Further, formic acid is treated with a base, it gives H2 potassium formate. If it is sodium hydroxide, it gives H2 what? Sodium formate compound. This is hydrolysis of what compound? Hydrolysis of chloroform compound. Okay. Here only I am discussing about important reactions related to these polyhalogen compounds, not all the reactions. Next reaction after hydrolysis, third reaction is going to be action with silver metal. Silver. What happens when chloroform reacts with silver metal? This is CHCl3, silver metal, plus again the same compound Cl3CH. This is chloroform. This is also chloroform. So totally 2 moles of chloroform we have used. It is CHCl3, correct. So what happens after heating this one? 6 moles of AC is there. 6 moles of AC will combine with 6 moles of chlorine. What is the product obtained when these 6 moles of AgCl are eliminated? So the main product obtained is going to be CH. This is CH combines with this CH. How this CH and CH is going to be bonded? By triple bond. Plus what is the product? 6 moles of AgCl. Now this compound is known as ethyne. Probably in class 11th, this is the method, one of the reaction used in the manufacture of alkyne, that is going to be ethyne compound. So if the silver metal, it converts into respective what? Ethyne compound. Next one, action with nitric acid, HNO3. What is the compound obtained when this chloroform reacts with nitric acid? Chloroform is, this is CHCl3 plus HNO3. This is going to be HNO3. HNO3 compound can be represented as OH and NO2. Usually this is the NO2 plus and this is OH minus. Now CHCl3 is there. This hydrogen, this particular proton combines with this OH minus ion. When proton combines with OH minus ion, now the remaining product is CCl3. This is NO2. This is CCl3 NO2 product. From this one, this OH minus will combine with the H plus, that gives rise to what? H2O. So this particular compound, I'll explain this one. This is CCl, this is Cl, this is going to be NO2. What is the name of this compound? It is called as chloropicrin. An important compound, chloropicrin. This chloropicrin is an insecticide. It is also used in case of warface due to poisonous nature. Warface, and it is also used as an insecticide. This is commonly known as what? Chloropicrin compound. Next reaction, action with acetone. What happens when this compound reacts with acetone? Acetone is a ketone compound. See here, CH3, this is C double bond O, this is going to be CH3 plus this is CHCl3. When this compound is treated with acetone, here these electrons are shifted over oxygen atom. This proton is added to oxygen. So just you observe, this is CH3, this one is CH3. This group is converted into OH, right? It is going to be CCl3. So this is the compound obtained, and this compound is known as chloritone. What's the name? It is commonly known as chloritone. Chloritone is used as a sleep inducing drug. Chloritone is used as a sleep inducing drug. These are all comes under applications of same chloroform only. It is used in the manufacture of chloropicrin. It is used in the manufacture of chloritone. What is the function of chloritone, students? Chloritone is used as a sleep inducing drug. It is also used as a hypnotic drug. Probably heard about hypnotism. In the process of that hypnotism, they are using this compound. It is known as chloritone compound. Right? These are the some properties related to what? The chloroform compound. So this chloroform generally it was used as an anesthetic. but because of some of the side effects, this chloroform nowadays it is not used as an anesthetic. Instead of this one, some compounds of ether are used as an anesthetic, but applications are many. It forms formic acid in the manufacture of formic acid, in the manufacture of ethyne, and in the manufacture of chloropicrine as well as chloritone. Already have explained about applications of chloropicrine as well as what chloritone compound. Just to copy it, I'll go to next compound. Copy it first. After this chloroform, that is second compound. First compound is methylene chloride, second compound is chloroform compound. Chloroform are trichloromethane. Third compound, that is third compound, that is triiodomethane. Triiodomethane. Formula CHI3. Similar to chloroform. In chloroform CHCl3, it is CHI3 compound. What is the common name of this compound? Commonly it is called as iodoform. Iodoform. Usually CHX3 compound. Chloroform is of the type CHX3. This is also CHX3. These compounds are called as haloform compounds. If it is chlorine, chloroform, bromine, bromoform, iodine, iodoform, like that. What is the method of preparation? Method of preparation of this iodomethane compound or iodoform compound. So this iodoform compound is mainly obtained by from ethanol compound, that is CH3CH2OH. When this compound is treated with iodine and sodium hydroxide. Iodine and sodium hydroxide. When the ethanol is treated with, this is ethanol, is treated with iodine and sodium hydroxide, the major compound is iodoform CHI3 plus, in addition to this, HCOONA plus Na plus this is H2O. Balancing of the reaction is not important here. So ethanol converts into this compound. It is known as what? Iodoform compound. Second method of preparation is from CH3COCH3. What's the name of this compound? CH3COCH3. So this compound is known as acetone compound. Acetone. When the same acetone is treated with the same reagent, iodine and sodium hydroxide, after heating this mixture, here also CHI3 plus CH3COONA plus sodium iodide plus this is water. So here both the reactions are commonly known as iodoform reactions. Very important reaction. We will discuss in case of alcohols, aldehydes, ketones. So that is iodoform reactions. By using this particular iodoform reactions, this compound of iodoform generally it can be prepared. Iodoform reaction is given by only those compounds which contain CH3C double bond and this is CH3CHOH. Wherever the compounds which contain this group, alcoholic means this group should be there, carbonyl means this group. All the compounds containing such type of groups will give rise to what? Iodoform reaction, and main compound produced in iodoform reaction is going to be CHI3, that is commonly known as iodoform. And this iodoform can be used as a solvent in the rubber industry, in paint industry, and iodoform is also mainly this particular iodoform is going to be, earlier it was commonly used as an antiseptic compound. Antiseptic. This antiseptic is mainly because of evolution of this iodine compound, and iodine is going to be having antiseptic properties. For that purpose, earlier it was used as an antiseptic, but nowadays that is commonly it is not used because of some of the side effects. And generally here you have come across with one particular property, that is tincture of iodine. What is the meaning of tincture of iodine? it is a main composition which is used in dressing of wounds. Whenever if you come across with any type of wound or injury, usually they will go for dressing. In that one, tincture of iodine is there. Tincture of iodine is nothing but it is 1% of ethanol, 1% of ethanol plus iodine plus certain amount of water is commonly used. This mixture is having what property? Antiseptic property. It is having antiseptic property. So here this compound iodoform also releases iodine. Because of that reason it was used as an antiseptic compound. This is about the third compound, that is which one? Iodoform compound. First one dichloromethane, next one trichloromethane, next one triiodomethane compound. Triiodomethane. Fourth compound, that is fourth compound, tetrachloromethane. Tetrachloromethane, right? What's the formula? CCl4, tetrachloromethane. Commonly it is called as carbon tetrachloride. Carbon tetrachloride, right? This carbon tetrachloride can be manufactured. Carbon tetrachloride can be prepared by chlorination. Already first reaction itself we have discussed. In case of chlorination, CH4 plus, this is going to be Cl2. If all the 4 hydrogen atoms are replaced by chlorine atom, it is going to be CCl4 and 4 moles of HCl. This is 4 moles of Cl2. So the major compound obtained here, it is going to be carbon tetrachloride. It is one of the last product in case of substitution reactions of this particular methane compound. Okay. And in case of this particular tetrachloromethane, when this tetrachloromethane, if it is come along with the moisture, if it come across with moisture at high temperature, if it come across with the high temperature, it gives rise to one gas, that is COCl2. COCl2 is known as phosgene compound. What is that? Phosgene compound, one of the poisonous gas. COCl2 is going to be obtained, plus it gives rise to 2 moles of HCl. So because of that reason, the CCl4 compound cannot be used in presence of moisture at high temperature, because it is converted into phosgene compound. And CCl4 compound is generally used as a fire extinguisher. Remember, it is used as a fire extinguisher compound. This particular fire extinguisher compound should be at low temperature. If it is going to be carried out at a high temperature, finally it is going to be converted into phosgene. This phosgene is an poisonous gas. Remember, phosgene is an poisonous gas, so it should not be used at high temperature condition. Related to this one, it is used as a fire extinguisher actually in the name of pyrene. Pyrene is nothing but CCl4 only. That compound is used as a fire extinguisher to put out the fire. And one more thing I forgot to mention in case of iodoform, especially iodoform, chloroform. One thing related to chloroform, this I will mention here about chloroform. Whenever chloroform compound CHCl3, if it is oxidized, it gives rise to the compound COCl2 as I mentioned here. COCl2 compound is generally produced here, carbonyl chloride. It is also called as phosgene or carbonyl chloride. This phosgene or carbonyl chloride is an poisonous gas. It is an poisonous gas. In order to prevent the formation of this particular phosgene from chloroform compound, how to prevent the formation of phosgene? This chloroform CHCl3 should be preserved in case of this one, it is preserved in amber colored bottles. Amber colored bottles. In case of amber colored bottles means which do not have any particular oxidation process, and chloroform should be filled up to that particular notch, up to the last notch that chloroform should be stored. Otherwise If chloroform is going to be filled half or up to 3/4 of that corresponding container, oxygen enters into that one. When oxygen is added, what is the compound obtained? That is going to be what? Phosgene compound. To prevent oxidation of which compound? Oxidation of chloroform CHCl3. About a small quantity of ethanol is added. To prevent oxidation of this particular chloroform, small quantity of ethanol is added. What happens when ethanol is added to this particular chloroform? So here, if a small amount of COCl2 is produced, just assume that there is a formation of small amount of COCl2. This COCl2 combines with ethanol compound. When COCl2 combines with ethanol compound, it converts into an compound OC2H5, and this is OC2H5. This compound is commonly known as ethyl carbonate. So whatever amount of phosgene is produced here, that phosgene is converted into ethyl carbonate in presence of what compound? Ethanol compound. So wherever the compounds, this chloroform is going to be stored, small amount of ethanol is added, because ethanol converts small amount of this carbonyl chloride into ethyl carbonate compound. So it will remove complete amount of the COCl2 which is produced in that container of chloroform. So this is about an important information related to what? Chloroform compound. So these are the 4 important compounds we have discussed. These are all the substituted product obtained in the chlorination of especially alkanes. In addition to these compounds, some other compounds of polyhalogen compound. Number 5, it is freons. Number 5, freons. You know the application of freons generally. What are freons? Freons are nothing but chlorofluoro derivatives of methane and ethane. Chlorofluoro derivatives of methane and ethane, generally called as freons. Suppose if the compound is having CCl2F2, if the compound is having CCl3F and this compound is having CCl2F2, next compound is CClF3. Okay, this is commonly called as freon 1,3. It is known as freon what? 1,2. This is going to be commonly called as freon 1,3. This is commonly called as freon 1,2. And this compound is known as freon 1,3. What is the meaning of this 1,2, 1,1, 1,3? So this is 1,1. This is 1,1. This is 1,2. This is going to be 1,3. This 1,1 is mainly because of the presence of number of fluorine atoms. If only one fluorine atom is 1,1, if 2 fluorine atoms it is 1,2, if 3 fluorine atoms are present, that is going to be 1,3. So these compounds are generally called as freons. Freons properties that these compounds are going to be generally responsible for the depletion of ozone layer. Very active compounds are going to be produced because of the formation of free radicals of chlorine as well as fluorine. And these compounds of freons, freon 1,1, 1,2 as well as 1,3 are generally prepared by the halogen exchange method. We have discussed about 2 halogen exchange method. If you remember, one is called as Finkelstein reaction, next one is called as what? Schwarz reaction. By such type of reaction, these freon compounds are generally prepared out. Next compounds are called as, next compound, it is benzene hexachloride. Benzene hexachloride. This is another compound, polyhalogen compound, benzene hexachloride. Generally it is represented as BHC. This compound is also known as gamexane. This is also known as gamexane or lindane compound. Lindane compound. So what is the use of this one and how it is prepared out? Just you observe, this is the compound of benzene. When it is treated with 3 moles of chlorine in presence of diffuse sunlight. Diffuse sunlight. This compound gets converted into Cl, Cl, Cl. This is Cl. It is Cl, and this is going to be Cl. Plus, it is 6 moles of HCl. For that purpose, we have to use. This is 6 moles of Cl. So this compound is called as benzene hexachloride. Benzene hexachloride, or it is also called as gamexene, or it is going to be linden. It is also referred to be as 6, 6, 6. So this compound is going to be 6, 6, 6. It is mainly because of 6 carbon atom, 6 chlorine atom, and 6 hydrogen atom. So this compound is commonly known as benzene hexachloride. This compound is used as an insecticide. The main application of this compound, it is used as an insecticide. It is known as benzene hexachloride compound, right? Number of compounds are there. With the properties of this compound we have discussed. Benzene hexachloride compound. Okay. After this one, 7th one, that is DDT. In the very first class, we have mentioned about DDT, dichloro diphenyl trichloroethane compound. Preparation of this DDT compound. Preparation. How this compound is prepared out? This compound is known as chlorobenzene. Here I write this is chlorobenzene plus it is treated with CCl3CHO. In one of the previous section we have come across this one. It is known as chloral trichloroacetaldehyde, right? Trichloroacetaldehyde, commonly it is called as chloral. Further, it is treated with, this is treated with one more chlorobenzene in presence of concentrated sulfuric acid. This is chlorobenzene, this is also chlorobenzene plus chloral compound. After reacting with this one, you know the role of this H2SO4, dehydrating agent. From this one hydrogen will combine with this oxygen. So the product, just to observe the product here, this is Cl, it is carbon, this is CCl, this is Cl, this is Cl. 3 chlorine atoms attached to carbon atom, 3 chlorine atoms, carbon, this is one, this is hydrogen. Okay. So next, this is going to be chlorobenzene plus H2O. What's the name of this molecule? Name of this molecule is going to be dichloro diphenyl trichloroethane compound. Ethane is mainly because of this is first carbon atom, second carbon atom in the longest chain. Already we have mentioned about IUPAC name of DDT. DDT was earlier, it was used as an insecticide because of its insoluble property. It is insoluble in case of water. Because of that reason, nowadays the use of DDT has been completely banned out. Presently, we are not using this compound DDT as an insecticide since it is going to be insoluble in case of what? Water. So that is about preparation of DDT. DDT is mainly obtained from what compound? Chlorobenzene as well as chloral. What is chloral? Trichloroacetaldehyde compound. Next, number 8, Westron. So Westron and Westrosol are the two important compounds here. Westron and Westrosol. This is CHCl2, CHCl2. What's the IUPAC name? 1, 1, 2, 2 tetrachloroethane compound. This is Westron. 1, 1, 2, 2 tetrachloroethane. How it is obtained? This compound is mainly produced from ethyne, C triple bond CH. This is H. When this is treated with chlorine, when this compound is treated with chlorine, what happens? It is 2 moles of chlorine is going to be addition reaction takes place. It is carbon, this is hydrogen, this is chlorine, it is chlorine and hydrogen. What's the IUPAC name of this compound? Totally how many chlorine atoms we have? This is one, it is second, it is third, it is going to be fourth one. What is the IUPAC name of this one? On first carbon atom, take any one. This is first, this is second, or this first, this one second. 1 comma 1, 2 comma 2, tetrachloroethane. This is because of 2 carbon atoms in the longest chain. The important application of this one is going to be, it is used as a solvent in many reactions. That is known as Westron compound. Next one is known as Westrosol. Westrosol. Students, what is Westrosol? This compound is represented by CCl2 double bond. It is CHCl. What's the IUPAC name of this compound? IUPAC name of this one, just I'll explain. This is C double bond C, this is H, this is Cl. Next one, this is Cl, and this is going to be Cl. So this compound is expanded here. What is the IUPAC name of this compound? On first carbon atom, 1 comma, right? 1 comma 2. This should be first, this should be second one, no option. 1 comma 2, trichloroethene compound. That was ethane compound, now here it is going to be ethene. Then how do you get this particular Westrosol compound? Westrosol compound is obtained from Westron compound itself. What is Westron? It is Cl, it is H, this is Cl, Cl, this is Cl, this is H. Fine. How do you convert this Westron into Westrosol? C double bond C. This is hydrogen, this is Cl, it is Cl, and this is Cl. To convert this Westron into Westrosol compound, it is Westron, this is Westrosol compound. What is the important thing here? Either you can add alcoholic KOH, that is, what is the role of alcoholic KOH? Dehydrohalogenation, elimination of one chlorine and elimination of one hydrogen atom. When one hydrogen and one chlorine atom is eliminated, it gives rise to KCl plus, this is going to be H2O, the main compound. What's the product of elimination? That is dehydrohalogenation. An alkene compound is obtained, one chlorine and one hydrogen atom is eliminated, so the compound is going to be what? Westrosol. Both Westron and Westrosol are used as solvent in organic reactions. Organic reactions. That is compound number 9. After this 9th compound, the last compound I will consider, last one, it is number 10. Number 10, perfluorohydrocarbons. Perfluorohydrocarbons, PFC. Perfluorohydrocarbons, PFC, commonly called as PFC, perfluorohydrocarbons. What is the meaning of per? Per means every. Fluorohydrocarbons. In case of this one, hydrogen of alkanes are replaced by fluorines. That is, all hydrogen atoms of alkanes are replaced by fluorine atom. Those compounds are called as perfluorohydrocarbon. Alkanes are represented by general formula CnH2n plus 2. What should be general formula for perfluorohydrocarbon? It is CnF2n plus 2. Because hydrogen is replaced by fluorine, that is going to be, this compound is, this general formula is applicable for perfluorohydrocarbons. If I go with one compound C7H16, when this compound is treated with, is it alkane C7H16? So when any particular alkane C7H16 we can take, that is heptane, hexane, pentane, butane, all those compounds can be considered. If this compound is treated with the fluorine, all the hydrogen atoms are replaced, C7F16 compound. This particular compound is an example for perfluorohydrocarbon compound. So any type of generally alkane compounds, alkane, from this alkane, if all the hydrogen atoms are replaced, those replaced by what atom? Fluorine atom. Those compounds are generally called as perfluorohydrocarbon compounds, right? So this is what we call as, what is the name of this one? It is a perfluoroheptane compound. Perfluoroheptane compound. It is an alkane compounds are converted into these perfluorohydrocarbons. These are also used as most of the solvents in case of organic reactions. Okay, so these are some important polyhalogen compound, right from dichloromethane, last one perfluorohydrocarbons. Number of compounds, polyhalogen compounds we have discussed. Okay, so this is about the entire topic, that is haloalkanes and haloarenes. Since from beginning of the topic, right from the introduction to last one polyhalogenic compound, so many things we have discussed, so many concepts we have discussed in detail. We have discussed about this topic, that is haloalkanes and haloarenes. Students, so this is the discussion based on the organic compound containing halogens. In the next video we'll come with another fresh topic. Okay, till then thank you for watching our live videos in YouTube based on these lectures, that is organic compound containing halogen. Thank you.
Mother? इधर भी